So what is life like for young families on the Greatwood estate? Initial impressions are good. It's a safe place in beautiful surroundings with a very supportive community.
You've got someone watching you as a coordinator, you've got PCSO doing regular visits, making sure everything's all right, or you get like Liz coming round to see them. And it just builds a community up. All the neighbours are starting to watch out for each other now, where it was at one point would be just us. Now we watch out for each other and we share lots of information, and it has built the community up a lot more.
We'll be looking at seeing how we can follow up on that in terms of reassurance, crime prevention advice. We'd perhaps visit somebody in person, just to, as I say, give that reassurance to people that the police are aware of what's happening and we're here to support you.
And I feel safe, like walking down to school, because I walk to school.
I've spoken to a lot of children, especially earlier on in my headship here, who just asking them in the playground and informal times what they felt about the area and did they feel lucky to live here? And quite often the answer is no, or at least they weren't quite sure. And I think when I've pointed things out and just said a simple thing is just standing on our playground and looking up at that view, many children in this country don't have that. And I think it's like anything, when you see it day in, day out, sometimes you need to be reminded of how great it is.
And the proximity to Skipton Town Centre provides many opportunities for young people and their families to keep healthy and to join in loads of activities in the wider community. And here's a great example of one parent who encouraged her son to join a charity run.
My mum signed me up for it. We had to run 5k. 3.5 miles. We had to do a 30-minute warm-up, and then the runners went, then the joggers, and then the walkers.
Which were you?
Jogger.
How many people were involved?
1,218. I came in the top 50.
And what did that make you feel like?
Happy.
I did a basketball club. Well, I do a basketball club, then I did a rugby club.
How did you get involved?
Well, there's this slip that goes like when the clubs start, and then you have to sign up for them, and then you just get picked, and it's a certain amount of people.
Outside of school, I do a girls' football club at Sandylands in Skipton. Out of school, I go to a running club on a Monday night at Silsden, and then on a Tuesday night I go to Brownies, and it's St Andrew's Church, and then at school I do choir and street dance.
There's plenty of evidence to suggest that young people are getting involved in good causes, and that across the generations, aunts and uncles and grandparents are getting children to be more community-minded.
People who are older now used to be helping me, do rounders and do handstands and things as a child, and I now look after them in community here and look out for them.
So having that history and having that background in the community has really helped you.
It's the roots of, them roots, family roots, friends, and all that. And seeing it evolve over the years, the difference, and trying to keep that for my children and their children, the safe place to play, everybody looking out for each other is really important for families.
The Dream Scheme has established good links between the generations. The scheme encourages children to make a positive difference in the community. Pat Smart and her granddaughter Sophie love being involved.
At the beginning of the year, for example, the children will decide what kinds of things they'd like to do. And the kind of things they've done to now is they've helped around pensioners' gardens, tidying up the gardens. They've been around picking up litter around the bungalows. And if there's any little leaflets from the community need posting, they'll post them around where they live and around this part of where the community centre is.
If you were to say to somebody who doesn't do any voluntary work, something to encourage them, one good reason to do voluntary work, what would it be? How would you encourage them?
I would encourage them by showing them what it's all about, and then seeing if they like it, because you can't force people into doing things, so I wouldn't force them into doing it, so I would just send them down with the mums and dads and see if they like it. It makes me feel proud of myself and happy, because I do like helping other people. So yeah, it does make me feel happy and proud of myself that I actually helped that person.
These long-established families are well rooted in the community, but what about families coming into the area? Do they feel welcome and supported? This is what some young Polish mothers who use the community centre had to say. Can you tell me what it was like when you first arrived here in this community?
Czułam się bardzo dobrze, ludzie byli bardzo przyjaźni.
I always felt really good. People were really kind, helpful, always smiling. I never felt like I don't belong here.
Że nie jestem obca.
I was very happy and pleased because when we came to be with the family, so we weren't on our own, and I always wanted to come to England anyway. I really appreciate how this community centre is trying to interact with Polish people and sort of invite them into the community. I've noticed it, for a couple of years now when we've done the Polish Christmas, and they always are welcoming, inviting, and want to learn the culture as well, to understand it a little bit, and I think it's really nice that they try to make people feel like they're part of something.
Miasto jest bardzo przyjazne I ludzie są...
I felt that this area is really friendly and people are really friendly. My experience is really good straight away. First when we came, I had a visit from health visitor, and I was really surprised that somebody would care so much about us coming here. So it was really nice.
What do you hope for the future for your children?
I came here with my children, so their future is better than mine was in Poland. So I just hope for that for them.
For teenagers, there are youth activities for them to get involved with. But as children in this age group begin to look for independence, there's much less to do than they would like.
In some areas in Skipton, it's quite bad. There's lots of people that do bad things, and it would be good if in some part there was like a safe area where no one did like bad things around it, and then like a big park that has lots of things to do in it, and like a big area for younger children.
There's the cinema
In Skipton.
in Skipton, but there's only certain views at certain times, and it's a bit expensive. Like for me when I go, I get charged as an adult, and I'm only 14, and it's £6 for me to go in, and when Katie goes, it's a £5 to watch a film, and it's a bit expensive.
Quite late at night along the canals, we have people coming down, like they're quite young and they're smoking, they've got bottles of beer with them, they've got massive sacks of beer, and they're just walking around, they're like underaged.
I reckon that's mainly because there's nothing much to do, really, because like we have the youth club. For these lot to come and us lot to come, and we all get to do certain things. But it'd be better if there was a wider range of stuff to do.
Raising educational standards and raising the aspirations of our young people remains a particular challenge. So what do our primary school children want to do when they leave school? Tell me what you want to be when you leave school.
I'd like to open my own salon for a hair and beautitionist, but leave a few years because obviously it'll take a long time to prepare everything and like that, get a house and
all of that first. A doctor. And just like cure cancer and be able to treat like several other diseases.
Okay. And how will you prepare yourself? How will you become a doctor?
Well, go to university, hopefully get a master's degree, and then get some money, get a house, and then just like get a job at like a hospital or something, or a scientific research lab.
I would like to grow up and be a famous runner and get lots of trophies and medals.
Do you have any favourite runners yourself?
I like Jessica Ennis. When I started school, I found out that I was a really, really good runner, which when I came to this school, my teacher went to my mum and dad, I've got to go in a running club, so I'm in a running club now. So I go to a race every month, so I got more running and better at running now.
I want to be a wedding designer.
What's inspired you to want to be that?
Well, I always go to weddings, and I've always loved them. Like the evening, and like when they get married, and I've always liked the discos, and I just really want to be one.
So how will you become a runner and a wedding designer? How will you prepare yourselves?
Practice.
I'm just going to practice until I can get into the Olympics, and like raise more money for my mum and dad.
Are there any obstacles or things that stand in the way of your ambitions?
Well, if you go for an interview and think maybe they're not good enough, and it's been your dream, it might crash down because they think you're not good enough.
Do you think you're good enough?
Yeah.
I think I'm good enough.
Are you confident, the two of you?
Yeah, I'm quite confident. I'm probably confident.
I'm not as confident with anything really, but I think I might be a bit confident with this.
Where would you get confidence from?
My family believing in me.
I would probably get confidence by doing something, and then once I do it over and over again, I'll get more confident with it.
Well, I think I'm good at cross country. Because my mum was a really good cross countryer. And then she couldn't do it because she had this leg injury. And so I wanted to do it. And I think it just helps me, the sports just helps me build up my stamina and build up my speed.
When you leave school, what do you think you would like to do?
I might want to be an engineer.
I would like to be a vet because I really like looking after animals, and I'll have to go to university to study looking inside of animals' bodies and looking after them.
I would like to be a famous badminton player because I try really hard with my friend to try and beat him, and I think I've got a good shot at doing it.
Do you think that in the future you will be living here, or could you imagine yourself living somewhere else, perhaps?
I could imagine me still living here.
I can imagine me living in Skipton, but on the edge of it. I imagine me being a RAF pilot because I think it would be good because I'll be saving the world, our country, and helping people survive in poor conditions.